Hello students, this is the fourth lecture for the circle. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about intercepts made by circle on coordinate axis and position of point with respect to circle. So here is the first topic, intercepts made by circle on coordinate axis. I am considering the general equation of circle, that is x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is 0. Now consider one circle. Say these are coordinate axes. This one is x-axis and this one is y-axis. Now what I mean by intercepts made by circle on coordinate axis. Say on x-axis circle cuts the x-axis at these 2 points. Now this length is called as x-intercept. And then these are the points on y-axis where circle cuts the y-axis. So this length is called as y-intercept. Now, how to get the x-intercept of y-intercept? So, formula for x-intercept is 2 into root of g square minus c, and formula for y-intercept is 2 into root of f square minus c. So, if any equation is given of this type, and you have to determine the x-intercept or y-intercept, so just compare that equation with this general equation, get the values of g, f and c, substitute those values in the formula, and you can easily obtain the intercepts. Here is our next topic, that is position of point with respect to circle. Again, I am considering the general equation of circle x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is 0 and some given point be x1, y1. Now, before proceeding, just look at the notations. This left hand side of the equation, and whenever I'm saying left hand side of the equation, right hand side we are keeping 0. That left hand side of this equation we are considering as capital S. There is one more notation, that is S1. Now what is S1? So this given point, when I put in this S, I get x1 square plus y1 square plus 2gx1 plus 2fy1 plus c. This value I am calling as S1. Now just try to understand, S1 is basically a number. Here it looks quite complicated, but x1, y1 are coordinates of a point and coordinates are numbers. So final answer for S1 will be some number. So it doesn't look much complicated. Though here it looks complicated, practically it is very simple thing. Now how we can decide position of point with respect to circle using this? Now consider the first case. If the value of S1 is negative, that is less than 0, then point will be inside the circle. So here point is inside the circle. And if the value of S1 is equal to 0, then I can say point is on the circle. And third possibility is the value of S1 is positive, that is greater than 0, and one can say point is outside the circle. So this is the theory for position of point with respect to circle. Now in exam it is not necessary that you will get the direct questions based on this, but maybe somewhere like if one point is given, one circle is given, and they are asking how many tangents can be drawn from the given point to the circle. Now obviously number of tangents depends on position of point. Like if point is outside, 2 tangents are possible. If point is on the circle, 1 tangent is possible. So in such questions you can use this position of point with respect to circle. Now whatever topics we discussed, just go through the questions based on these topics. So here is the first question, and that is the length of the intercept on y-axis by a circle having endpoints of diameter minus 4, 3 and 12, minus 1 is. Now length of intercept on y-axis is asked, but then circle's equation is not given directly. What they have given are endpoints of diameter. So look at the solution. Now I'm considering these given points as A and B. These are endpoints of diameter. So equation of circle can be written as x minus x1 into x minus x2 plus y minus y1 into y minus y2 is equal to 0. This is diameter form. And say this first point is x1 y1 and the second point is x2 y2. Now if I put these values in the diameter form, it can be written as x plus 4 into x minus 12 plus y minus 3 into y plus 1 is equal to 0. Solving this, we can write x square minus 12x plus 4x minus 48. This is after expanding these first two brackets. And we get y square plus y minus 3y minus 3 is equal to 0. Now, simplifying this, we can write x square plus y square. Further, these two after solving gives you minus 8x and these two gives you minus 2y. This is minus 48 and minus 3 becomes minus 51 is equal to 0. This is the equation of circle. Now what next we are doing is, we are comparing this equation with the general equation of circle and get the values of g, f and c. So here if you observe, you can write 2g value is minus 8. So g becomes minus 4. The value of 2f, that is y coefficient, is minus 2. So f becomes minus 1. And easily one can write the value of c as minus 51. Now once we get all these values, now looking at question, what I come to know is, we have to determine the length of the intercept on y-axis, that is y-intercept. And for y-intercept, we have discussed the formula that was 2 into root of f square minus c. Now f value we have, c value we have. So if we substitute those values, it becomes 2 into root of minus 1 the square plus 51. Because the c value is minus 51. Now in next step, this can be written as 2 into root of 52. Now just we have to follow some simplification. So 52 inside the root can be written as 4 into 13. For the 4 has square root 2. So it becomes 2 into 2 root 13, which becomes 4 root 13. So we got the answer, and that is option C. So this was quite easy question now. Once you know what is the formula for getting the intercepts. The only thing here was we had to determine the equation of circle also. So first we applied diameter form, obtained the equation of circle, and then we went for the formula for the y-intercept. Now moving for the next question. The question is number of tangents drawn from point minus 4 comma 3 to the circle x square plus y square plus 2x minus 4y minus pi is equal to 0. Now look at the solution here. See, we discuss keep 0 on the right hand side of this equation, and now whatever you are getting on left hand side, so this value should be considered as s. So I have written s is x square plus y square plus 2x minus 4y minus 5. Now after s, we have to determine s1. To determine s1, s is replaced by the given point. That point is say x1 y1. So we wrote x1 square plus y1 square plus now 2g x1 plus 2f y1 plus c. This whole as s1 we have written. But when you look at this substitution, x is replaced by minus 4 and y is replaced by 3. So ekdam simple hai. So it becomes minus 4 square plus 3 square plus 2 into minus 4 minus 4 into 3 minus 5. Further, this can be simplified as minus 4 square is 16, 3 square is 9, 2 into minus 4 is minus 8, 4 3s are 12 and minus 5. Now what next we can do is, say this S1 can be further simplified as, if you look at this one, this becomes 25 here. And this becomes minus 25. So 25 minus 25. So value of S1 is 0. Now what we have discussed in this case, if the value of S1 is 0, That means the point is on the circle. If point is on the circle, now from this point, only one tangent can be drawn to the circle. So which option is correct? They have asked us how many tangents can be drawn. So number of tangents you can mark. Only one tangent can be drawn from any point on the circle to the circle. So answer must be one tangent. So it is very easy to understand. If you know what is the position of point with respect to circle, then number of tangents are one if point is on the circle. If point is outside the circle, two tangents. If point is inside the circle, no tangent. So it is very simple. Only thing is you must know what is the theory, what is the concept. So with this, we have done with this lecture. Here we stop. Bye bye to you all.